I might be able to help with a Pam dilemma.
We've come a long way since Frank the Tank, and we don't want him coming back now, do we?
The local big time show.
Super duper! That's nice!
A little recap from your weekend. How did it go? For a lot of people that don't know, what have you been up to these last 2 weeks?
What? Oh. I work in the entertainment business, and I'm trying to be an actor and a writer and a producer. And while I do that, I assist other actors and writers and producers to learn from them and to, make money. So this past 2 weeks, I was on another film doing that, assisting actors. And I basically worked like 180 hours in 13 days. Crazy. That was a lot of fun. It was a really great cast, and no, it was a good job, but I'm fucking beat to shit right now.
Are you allowed to disclose who you worked with?
No, can't disclose any of that for me.
No.
You got to leave that to IMDb. So, like, if you IMDb me, you'll see the movies I work on a year after I work on them, right?
Is that when they come out?
No, but that's when, like, the IMDb gets logged as, like, 5 months after you wrap the shoot, so to speak.
Yeah.
Unless you're, like, a lead actor. But, like, most of the crew, they don't get their IMDb title for, like, a couple months. So
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? Did you see the new Avatar trailer?
no, I haven't. Holy shit.
Did you know that took a 14-year hiatus from the first one to now? I mean,
Yeah,
I knew
but
it
that's
was...
only because, but it's a little misleading. It's not like a normal movie 14 hiatus, right? So the reason he had
stuff.
No, he had to take that hiatus because what he did was, after that, he saw what a giant franchise it was going to be.
Yeah.
So he went back to the board and he had to write movies 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wrote
That's
movies
crazy.
2. Yeah, he wrote movies 2, 3, and 4. Then they went back and they edited all those scripts. Okay.
Yeah.
Each script is like longer than a normal script.
Well, the
okay? 'Cause
first movie was like what, like 230
3 hours,
minutes,
3.5
3
or something.
hours. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it
So
was
the scripts
awesome.
are really long. Right. So it takes a long time to develop them and create them and edit them and all that nonsense. And so, yeah. And then after that, after they got all 3 ready to go, then they went and filmed all 3 in a row. Okay. So it's not like they filmed one movie
Oh,
that
they
takes.
just knocked them all out?
Yeah. It's not like they filmed one movie. Right. They've been filming all the movies, all 2, 3, 4. Like they're currently being.
How long do you think that took to like film 4 movies? Like a normal
14
movie takes like a
years.
year. Or yes, 14 years. Well, that was the total thing, start to finish. I'm talking about like the filming didn't take 14 years, did it?
It
Like,
took
I figured,
14 years, guy. How long do you think it took?
I know, but like the filming part, because you had to write it for like what, 5 years? I'm guessing. You just
The
don't punch
filming,
that out.
they've been filming for the last 5 years, so it's taken like
It
4 or
sounds
5
like, and I watched this guy. Have you ever heard of Emergency Awesome?
No.
He's like a super nerd, and he
Okay.
like breaks down everything from like Marvel to Obi-Wan, and it's great because he'll let you watch like the episode, and then he goes through all the Easter eggs and stuff that you don't even pick up, and he goes through like the history of it. It's like a Spark Notes for every
Yeah,
TV
that's
show.
cool.
So what he said is that they're gonna do family. It's gonna be you're gonna watch a whole generation of a family go. It's kind of like Star Wars, how you see it with like Anakin, and then it goes to Luke, and then it goes to like the kids. He said that that's gonna be like the Avatar, and it's gonna be different planets and stuff like that.
Yeah, he doesn't know, and nobody knows except for James Cameron and the people who worked on the film, right? So
That
like,
guy's list of like accomplishments, it's fucking ridiculous. It's like
yeah,
Wayne
he's filmed like
Gretzky.
some of the most epic movies. Alien,
Terminator, which was
Alien,
sick.
Terminator, yeah. No, he's
Titanic.
definitely dedicated for
Like,
sure.
how do you
He's
go
dedicated.
from Titanic to Avatar? Like, pussy, soft movie, like, crazy.
Titanic is not a pussy soft movie. That was a fucking whale of a movie.
I
It
mean,
won
it's a
like
great
9
movie.
Oscars.
I know it's a great movie, but you know,
I know.
the plot's a
James
little
Cameron's brand is what we call in the business epic. Okay, so every story that he tells has a very like sort of big, epic kind of feel, right? Like that's his brand. So like some guys do comedy, some guys do action. Quentin Tarantino, does like
Only
kind of
does
quirky,
violence.
yeah, violence and quirky, weird movies, right? Scorsese does a lot of like,
Italian mobsters.
yeah, mobsters, street people, that kind of stuff. James Cameron is just an epic guy. He does movies that are big in size, big in their thought, big in everything that they're doing, like grand, big, right? So
Yeah.
every movie he's done, Terminator, Alien, Titanic, Avatar, these movies, they're all like big ideas, huge movies, right? Like
It's just
different, crazy,
like,
on the edge. Yeah,
like
he's
some
always
people
pushing the
work
limit.
their whole lives to make one good movie. This guy just fires them out. Like, I would just love to know what like goes through his mind, like how he flushes out these ideas to make them what they are now.
Yeah, no,
Like, you know
each
how
guy's
like
different.
our dad
Well,
has
I
like
can
a
tell you because I do it.
pretty keen eye for like recruiting. So like he like picks up on pretty good recruits. Like I wonder what like his thought like's going through his head. Like what's gonna check off these things? It kind
I
of
mean, honestly, all these guys are fucking psycho work ethic between the ears, right?
Well,
So
you know
like,
what I just started reading? Speaking of work
what?
ethic, have you ever read The Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell?
Yeah, that's an old book. So we were reading that in high school.
I can't believe the NHL thing where it's 40% of players born January to March make up the NHL. That's crazy.
Yeah. No,
But it
it's
makes
nuts.
sense.
Yeah.
Like he breaks down, like he's like, oh, that's because they have more time to develop than someone born later in the year, and then
Right.
it just goes. It's basically just putting in the hours, the 10,000 hours rule, which he
Yeah.
equates turns out to, which we always said, 10 years. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I mean-
10,000 hours is 10 years.
Yeah, it's all a grind, right? No matter
Oh
what
my
you
gosh,
want to
yeah.
do in life, you're gonna have to fucking try to grind it out. So, it's not great.
Yeah, it's a motherfucker for
What
sure.
about sports? Yes.
Oh well, actually, I got a lot of great stuff for this episode. I actually written 2 episodes in our past.
Okay.
So first up, do you know what the AVN is? The it's like a porn star all-star game.
Oh, okay.
You've
It's
heard of, like, the
the
AVN.
Porn Star
Oh.
Awards.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is that like if an average Joe were to go to like an NBA All-Star game? Like that's gotta be just like all the hitters are just in one location, you know?
Yeah, I mean all the porn actresses go, yeah.
I saw a tweet, someone said that, and it made me laugh so hard. 'Cause I'm like, that is exactly what it's like for guys that just love beating off. That's their NBA All-Star game.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty big award show.
Like, do they even have?
It's
I
a
think
pretty
they
big
have,
production. Yeah, it's very professional. They all go.
it looks very well done.
No, it is. It's actually well done, not like a joke well done. It's actually well done.
Yeah.
So
I just want to know, is there like an all-star competition or anything like that? There's got to be. I only know like the name. I don't know what goes on.
yeah. No, it's just like a normal award show.
And then recently, this past week, as it's gotten hotter out, people are out and about. You know what I've noticed?
What?
Parking lots have been starting wars.
What?
Parking lots, parking spaces.
Oh,
start
yeah?
Wars. When places don't have parking that's close, people get fired up. I hear
Yeah,
all
it's
the
pretty
time.
annoying.
Like at work, our parking garage gets filled
Yeah.
up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And it's small, right? So like the employees can't even park there. We have to park on the street. So like these people come in fired up. There's no parking. Like, yeah, dude, we park on the street. How do you think we feel?
Yeah.
Like you
No,
have the
I mean everybody
privilege.
hates to walk, right?
They just do. And it's not like you're walking a mile. It's maybe like 100 feet. And they just refuse.
Yeah, people in this country, they don't want to walk a whole lot. Yeah.
And now
They're not
like
big walkers.
they just want to be carted.
Americans are not big walkers.
They just want to be carted everywhere. Like you have mini go-karts
They
now.
want to be go-karted their whole life. Have you
Like-
seen the movie Wall-E?
Like
That is
my
an
favorite
appropriate representation.
my favorite part is like I'm just like thinking to myself, if it gets that bad where I'm scootering around from spot to spot in the grocery store with my legs just like hanging over the sides, I gotta hang it up.
Yeah. I mean, my thing about the supermarket cart is that it just takes up so much space and the aisles are small. So it's
And
like
they give you
crowded
this
as
fucking
fuck.
tiny basket too. It doesn't do you
I mean,
any
you're gonna
justice.
take a cart in a Target or a Walmart, like, okay, that bitch is fucking huge, right? Like from
It's a
it's like a
football
half
stadium.
mile from end to end. So
Yeah.
okay, get the cart going. But the supermarket, I mean, you're just being lazy at that point. Like, come
Here's
on.
my question.
I was in the supermarket the other day. Fucking some dude almost fucking ran over my foot in fruit aisle. Because
Yes.
in the like grocer, like fresh fruit section,
Oh, yeah.
it's like pretty tight.
Oh
Like the
yeah.
aisles are pretty tight because they have
Oh,
like
they're close
more.
together.
Yeah, they're super close together because there's more like products, smaller bits of products like around. So like, and this dude is trying to wheel his fucking cart around. I'm just like, man, like,
And
what do you want? I'll get it for you. Just
You're
stay
in
out there.
Georgia too, so you're at like the epicenter of carts. Like
Oh my god,
crap,
they got like 900.
like they have like actual rush hour traffic.
Well, yeah, you know what? You want to know when supermarket rush hour traffic is? There's two types of supermarket rush hour traffic. Sunday morning between between 9
right
a.m.
before
and 11
football
a.m.
starts down there.
Yeah, between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sunday morning, you don't want to
Kickoff's
go to a
at 1.
grocery store. You don't want to go to a grocery store. Yeah. And then the next one is the people getting ready for the week, and that's Sunday night from like 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. You don't want to go then either. Because it
Yeah.
is like fucking madhouse.
People are right now too, especially with like food hike prices, food
Well,
shortages,
the gas thing's
long
really fucking
line. Dude, people
don't want
are
to make two
just-
trips, so they're just buying shitloads of stuff, right? Because they don't want to spend the money on the gas to like go twice a week.
But like you
So they're just
already
going
have,
once a week, and they're buying the whole fucking store.
my
It's like,
favorite part is you already have people pissed off because like everything's super expensive, right?
it's
Now-
the gas. The gas is
now-
really tripping people out.
Compile that with not having the item you want that you had your heart set on. So that's going to just steam you right up. And
Yeah, I
then
mean-
you get there and you have to wait in lines. And for like 20
I
minutes
don't go.
wash.
No, fuck that. I don't go.
And this brings you to my next thing, the
I go
self-checkout.
I go Sunday between 1 and 4, or Monday
Morning. I love
Monday
Monday
morning is
morning.
huge
It's a ghost town.
because
But
it's a ghost town and it's been restocked from Sunday.
oh yeah, it's like
So
it
you
looks
got
like
fresh-
the after
real
scene of
fresh
like a
shit.
war, when they're like cleaning up the streets after it's been bombed. Like,
Yeah.
like that's what the restock looks like on Monday morning.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
They're like,
But if you go
shoveling
Monday morning at
shrapnel.
like by 8 o'clock, right, 8:30,
Yeah, you
store
miss
is
the
like
old timers and you miss everyone going to work. It's just
exactly.
you can just
Prime.
cruise. Yeah, we stumbled upon your page and just fell in love with it. We growing up, we had a wiffle ball field that we made in our backyard with like
Yes, we
construction
did.
fence, and
Oh, nice.
we had the exact same setup. We had except we had a piece of wood and we had like a little net behind it. So like where your strike zone is like, it looks like metal or plastic.
Yeah.
And we had like a net, and it was like a wood square. So
Okay.
there was
Nice.
lots of fights over the strike zone decorations and who would lean into pitches for like
The leaning,
balls.
yeah.
For sure, the lean in.
Oh, that started a war. And like the we used to run bases, like where you guys you don't have to run. We would play like pegging rules, so that got kind of out of hand pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, so I guess
tried a little bit of everything, and the running, the pegging didn't work. Some of our guys can throw over 100 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
So I guess my first question, Adam, is it's pretty basic. Is how did this all begin? How did you create this?
Yeah, it all started when I bought this ranch, and it was 3.5 acres. And it's like, okay, we're going to build a pool here. We're going to put in palm trees. We had all these plans. But when we were finished doing the plans, we grabbed a wiffle ball bat and wiffle ball, and we just started playing in random spots and kind of settled in. And the first thing that was built actually was a wiffle ball field. We put up turf and everything. Awesome. I played a little bit with Jose Canseco, and we had talked about coming and doing a charity poker tournament. And so we kind of got all hands on deck and had the field finished before he got there. And we had 3 days. And so we had a turf field with one of those orange.
The whole field in 3 days?
Yeah, the turf,
Wow.
everything down.
Yeah.
We got the orange construction fence for the outfield.
Yeah.
Then Jose Canseco was playing softball all day, comes to the poker tournament. And then, I think he was tilted at the end because he didn't make the final table, and he didn't want to go play. Like, it's too cold and too tired. So it was all for nothing.
You got MLB stars walking out pissed.
That's the best. How many people did it take to build it?
It was in stages. So like that, it was about 15 people maybe.
Oh, wow.
What took the longest was the backhoe going and leveling everything because it wasn't completely level.
Okay.
And then to put like the chat down and pack everything and then roll out the turf and it was exciting.
Yeah. And then how did the league come about?
Yeah, so we were playing a lot that year, getting friends together. And then I talked to Lou over in New York from Golden Stick, and we started setting up fast pitch, and we're affiliated with them. We got some teams together, and it was more friends that didn't have a lot of guys with baseball backgrounds and stuff, and so it ended up just being like no hitters all the time. I think there was like 3 straight games I had no hitters. Like the distance isn't very far. Fast pitch was tough, so the league ended up dying.
Okay.
And so over the years we were trying out different leagues. The co-ed was the most popular, because people could drink and have fun and wasn't as serious. But as co-ed grew, the wiffle ball interest grew. And some of the more competitive guys like myself wanted to do something, wanted something a little more.
A little more substantial, yeah.
Yeah, and that's when COVID happened. And Kyle Lohman found my name, got tagged in a post, and he wanted to start a league. And he pretty much brought all these poker players over. And it was, it was kind of a co-ed league, semi-competitive. And that kind of really got the ball rolling. And then within a few months, I started a separate league with the more competitive guys there, PLW, and that was, I guess, 2021 kind of. 2020 is when we started PLW as far as like winter league, and then 2021 was when it became official. Yeah,
we really love it. What's your next question, Sam?
Now, where did you find the announcers? Because I love the commentary.
God, these guys.
Who's your favorite?
These guys.
Well, for starters, I like to bring up a little bit of backstory. Have you ever seen? We got to get you out here for the. Have you ever heard of the Travis Roy Foundation? They run a wiffle ball tournament out here, and they have a little Fenway. They have a Field of Dreams, and then they have a.
We know the woman who runs it.
Little Wrigley.
Yeah, and a Little Wrigley. Have you ever? You've heard about it? Have you ever come out here before?
I haven't, but I'd like to. I'd like to go to all those tournaments at least once. I went to United Wiffle one time, and I wasn't a big fan of the fast pitch. I had fun, but I had more fun just meeting all the guys. That was cool.
Yeah. Now, when you were designing the league, like, who was the most influential behind it? Like, who really helped start this whole process? Because it's very well organized. I mean, you're on Twitch. You can watch it throughout the week. It starts at, for a lot of people that don't know, starts at 6:05. Yeah, that's the West Coast time. But it's just so well organized.
It's kind of taken like another notch up, even from like recreational stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how have you developed that?
Well, it was the place I was living. I sold my ranch. I lived there for 6 years, built everything, and had I think 16 bedrooms, and so I had them all rented out. So we just had a team of people ready to do stuff. So, I would say that Kyle Lohman had a lot to do with, kind of getting things going. And then, Chad Phillips, Sparkles, he did a good job of bouncing ideas off. But it was a collection of everybody that showed up every day. And it's like, okay, look, guys, we're going to try something new. We're going to try this 5-second rule thing. Oh, no, that sounds terrible. That's never going to work. So, the no base running, the hardest part was coming up with a 2-walk rule, because in the league before I would get intentionally walked every single time and I didn't even want to play. Right. And so I thought, well, if a pitcher can only walk 2 batters in a game, then if I draw a walk, it's like, oh, I accomplished something. We're going to get this pitcher.
Right. It actually means something.
Yeah. And so that was the hardest part to sell everybody. We would meet up a few times a week and just play these Frankenstein rules that we would just try different things out. Yeah. And I wouldn't say there was one single person that was an influence. It was a combination of a lot of guys. Since we got the league going, Greg Kelly kind of stepped into I believe season 2, and he had all this experience with production and everything. And he just came in and took it to that next level. He's also I think he has the best voice of all our announcers too. Yeah.
I just think that dynamic that you've added, like Sam was saying, that people can now be a part of it, like Sam and I, who we're not there, we don't know anybody, but we've become like big fans of it. The Kirby bucket, the throwing managers out, it just has a very
family feel to it.
Yeah, family backyard feel to it, but with a little bit of professionalism. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No,
now, I know from experience from our men's league team, the guy on our team runs the league, and he takes a lot of backlash from every other team in the league because he thinks he owns the refs. How much backlash do you get via email? Or
as the person who is at the top, how much crap do you have to take to run this league?
Well, I don't take any crap. You can just not play anymore. But I would say I set up a system so there's a board. And this actually came back to bite me, a funny story. So I didn't want that backlash. I didn't want anyone to say, oh, he's the commissioner, he gets all the best players. So I set up a system that protected where I couldn't do that. It has to be a draft. You have to have a free agentship. And so the other thing was the sportsmanship board. So if somebody threw a big F-bomb on stream and everyone can hear, then it'll go to the sportsmanship board, and it could be a warning or it could be a suspension. We don't do fines or anything yet, but a lot of it is just suspensions and if there's any like actual intense fighting that happened one time, there's 3 guys banned for a whole season. One of the most notable ones is Brian Chen missed the entire season because
that's MVP this year.
What's that?
He's the MVP this year?
Well, he's mid-season awards. He's leading the mid-season
4
awards.
series left. We'll see. 4 series left.
Here's what I was looking at his numbers too. I'm like, wow, these are Hall of Fame numbers. Now, do you have a Hall of Fame yet?
Not really. It's still going. If you go to the stats and you can click something to see career stats, and one of the biggest milestones right now is between me and Taylor Briner, first to 100 career home runs. He's at 93. Cool. He was about 20 ahead of me, and then I kind of had a pretty good 6-game stretch, and now I'm at 88. He's at 93, and I want to get to that.
You're gonna catch him.
He's so good, though. He's so good.
It's up to the wiffle ball gods who gets there. It's really up to the wiffle ball gods.
I know you have also have a Cy Young award too, but in your opinion, who do you think is the best pitcher out there? Is it actually
I
Billy?
would say Tom Gannon, and
Yeah.
he would be the toughest to face. We play a lot of scrimmage and inter squad games. I'm just glad I don't have to face him. Lefty matchup as well. One of the people that I probably had most trouble with, it's not on my team. Yeah, it's probably James Stein. He lives over in Utah. He's been playing wiffle forever. There's a YouTube video of him showing R.A. Dickey how to throw a wiffle ball. And
That's sick.
yeah, he throws like this, being baseball for my whole life, I'm used to the ball coming at a certain angle. And he throws this pitch that looks like it's going to be low and then almost changes direction and teams like that bottom bar. He's like Greg Maddux accuracy. I just don't have anything in the hitting zone to find against him. He's tough.
Oh, well, some of these wiffle ball YouTube videos that I'll watch, because
Oh
I just
my
think
God.
it's mesmerizing. They
Crazy.
can make the ball dance, and it's
It's
crazy.
You see a lot of those
crazy.
videos, and all of them they scuff the ball, and we did that when we started because we were watching the other YouTube videos. When you scuff that ball, it moves twice, maybe 3 times as much as an unscuffed ball,
Wow.
and it's easier to control. The
We
problem
used
is
to,
when you do that, you want to keep using that same ball, and if it's a foul ball, now you have to wait while somebody goes and grabs it out of the bush.
yeah, runs
And if
around.
it cracks, you got to go get your backup one. And the pace of play was so slow with scuffed balls. Even though we would have sick content with these crazy pitches, we decided not to do with those scuffed balls.
I think you have great content without it. Yeah,
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
have awesome.
The production is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
And
really great.
The Twitch
That's what I'm
channel is
saying.
probably
It's
one of
really,
my
like,
favorite
taking
things to
off.
watch.
Yeah.
But like what we used to do for our wiffle balls is we would take a piece of tape and we'd wrap it 4 times, like a thin piece, so it added a little weight to it, and
Yeah,
you
we
could
did that
throw
too.
some nasty knuckleballs, or
Yeah.
it makes. But the one thing that we didn't do is we never wrapped tape around the. We'd always tape the bottoms of the bats, obviously, but you have it taped right around the sweet spot of the wiffle ball bat, which I'm really curious. I'm sure that probably adds
So
a
we
little.
tried
What
out
does that
different
do?
things. Like
It's gonna make
not
it
only
launch.
does it get a little bit weight, but when you don't have the tape on it, the ball tends to like slide off more. So you get these spinner hits all the time, these spinner hits. And so you add that little bit of tape, it kind of gets a little more solid
Right.
contact.
That makes sense.
It is noticeable.
We once even corked a bat. We used to take a sock and you cut the bottom off and you'd feed it all the way through and fill it in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, you connect
So
with that. And it
my
was
question
gone.
is when is the championship?
July.
Yeah, the championship would be the second week of June.
Second week of June, and where will that be?
It'll be at the same field. I believe it'll be a 5-game series. So I think that Thursday that week it'll be 3 games, and then the final 2 on that Friday. And the wild card will be on Monday. That'll be the 4th plays the 5th, and then we'll have semifinals on Tuesday and Wednesday. And what's interesting is whoever finishes in first, they can almost choose who they want to play. If they want to play the 3rd place or the wild card, they can't choose second, obviously. And second will play what they don't pick.
Now, one of the things I really like about the league is the delegation and the factor of it, like how soccer has it similar, where you could almost essentially take a team from like the bottom club league and just go all the way up to the Premier League. Now, is your inbox just filled with what other wiffle ball teams that want to be a part of this?
Yeah.
It's more players, less teams. Teams want to know when we're going to have our next tournament, and it was supposed to be November 5th, but until we lock in a field, we're not going to be able to do the tournament. But yeah, it's more players getting together, and now that there's a lot of guys that have been released and waived, I can see like some of those guys putting some teams together. But man, it's going to be hard. Even the Lightning, as terrible as they are,
4-14.
that Phillips has made. I don't think any team's going to come in and beat them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I love relegation. I think that's more exciting than the playoffs, because you just see the intensity in these guys' eyes in these games.
Well,
And,
then it adds like,
especially-
I love it. Actually, like means something to the bottom teams. Like you have something to play for, and I would just hate towards the end of seasons when like the team in last place would kind of just mail it in, and it's already just gonna boost any team that's in first place when you're in a tight race trying to catch up. And I think it really adds that aspect to it where it still keeps it competitive. Because I mean, the Lightning,
place
and then
matters.
the
There's a big
Warbirds
difference between
are
ninth
also
and
hurting. But yeah, I think
Man, I think
the
Sam and I
logos-
are going to try to come out for the championship. So
maybe even I did read in the rule book. What was the? I wrote it down. It was something about if the players get kicked out, you have to have 6 guys fielding the team, but you can pull people from. Was it the other team or outsiders? I was reading the rule book last night because I was trying to find a way where we could sneak into a game.
Well, so the way it works is you have 12 on your roster, and then if you're low on a player or something, you can get someone off the waiver wire. There's, I think, a pool of about 27 players that want to play that are just sitting there waiting for like a call up. But yeah, once playoffs come though, once the waiver deadline I think is next week, then yeah, you have to have your 6 guys there. But this year hasn't really been a challenge. The ones were really close last Friday. They had exactly 6 guys.
Yeah.
But we do have a rule that if on a team, if you find a major leaguer that's a household name, not just somebody that played in the majors, but you say the name and that person's recognizable, you can just add them to your team.
That
awesome. That is a huge amendment. That is so great.
Well,
the
sports
main
science.
thing is we don't want to deny, like if Greg Maddux shows up, we don't want to deny him coming into play.
Listen, guy, you're going to be sitting in the pool, all right? Someone wants to grab you.
Yeah, listen, the game was canceled today. Really? It looks really warm out. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, Big Poppy wants to play. Well, he's going to have to wait. So
now, in your own personal opinion, what players impressed you the most?
Let's see. Yeah, I kind of have to say, just back to Taylor Briner. I've been playing on wiffle ball in the field for 6 years. Every time we had any kind of league, I was just always the top guy. I wasn't even close. And now we finally get everything together. I get this league set, and in season 1, this new kid comes out of nowhere and beats me at MVP, and then did it again the second season, and did it again in the third season. So I'd always been like second every time. And he just has a short, quick swing. He reminds me of Mike Trout, just short, quick to the ball.
Yeah.
And he's good. Yeah, he really has impressed me. And he won Cy Young as well one of the seasons.
And how about the Rookie of the Year, Kyle? Is it Eder? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah. He's really improved a lot. In the beginning when we faced him, he was a very wild swinger, even chasing balls way outside of the zone. He's got a lot of pop, and just a good all-around athlete. And he just like went on fire. My boy Mark Tavano, I'm getting behind him. I wanted to win Rookie of the Year, but man, Kyle Eder just hits with average too and power, and I think Tavano's going to have to get that average up, and there's not much time to catch him.
Now, do you write the articles on the website as well? Because the article for Rookie of the Year was hilarious with the started out with the personal apology.
That was actually a funny story. It was someone in chat named Evan Shields who lived in Northern California, and was just following. He's like, hey, I'm a big fan. I would love to write an article. And we said, sure. And the article was great. So we kind of posted, I think he's wrote 3 or 4 articles up there. And the funny thing is, he was in Vegas a couple nights ago. And we had him stop by the field. And then in between games, we had him come up and get an at-bat against Chad.
That's
awesome.
Great.
I must have loved that.
Our older brother used to live in Vegas, and I kind of wish we knew about this league before, because we were out there.
Because we would have gone out to visit him way more.
Oh yeah, 100%. But we gotta make a trip. 100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have a question. Do you guys sell merchandise?
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, we do, but it's not like in a position that we want to be right now.
Okay.
I would love to have a really good supplier where we're making our own stuff. It's just we're so kind of shorthanded. Yeah. We just use a third party that kind of makes the stuff. And
where can we find it?
Right on the website.
So if you go to the website, PremierLeagueWiffle.com, there is a little thing that says shop there.
Awesome. Yeah. So just go to the website for sure. I'm going to buy some stuff. Absolutely. And what is, just so everyone knows, where can they find you on Instagram? What's your handle?
Yeah, Premier Wiffle. It's either Premier Wiffle or Premier League Wiffle on all social media.
Very
And
easy to find. Yeah. Very easy to find. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we get that in there before, so everybody can find your stuff.
Yeah, all the starting lineups before the games are posted on all the social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. So if you want to bet points, you want to see who's going to be in there. Yeah. I think one of the biggest, are you guys betting on games and getting points?
No.
We have not started betting. Yeah.
We're not very good bettors because we don't know how to bet.
We're not great at the betting. Yeah.
But
we lose quite a bit.
One of the biggest key factors that no one talks about if you are betting on a game, there is the line, right? It's like a team has to win by 2.5 or something.
Yeah.
Look at the wind. If you can find out, when the broadcasters come on, like what the wind's like, if there's a lot of wind, it's going to be a super high scoring game, then you could take the favorite in that situation. But if there's not much wind, grab the underdog because some of the big hitters are just popping up and just hitting into the wind. And yeah, so if there's no wind,
that's a huge betting tip right there. Yeah.
Oh man, it's
really now we may start winning.
And that's how you get merchandise too.
Oh nice. Yeah. Well, we're just getting into the we are by novice. I mean, we barely know how to read the line. Like I have no idea. But we're getting into it slowly
the betting slow.
And it's starting to get like legal where we are, especially in New England. I mean, where you are, it's awesome. Like
I wish I could do real betting. That would be great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But like
I talked to it wasn't DraftKings, it was someone that does betting and they heard about the league. But so what I learned was before we can do betting is the minimum player salary or the average player salary needs to be $30,000 a year. So we're a long ways from that.
Yeah. That's a pretty high mark.
Do real betting.
Yeah.
Soon enough. Where would you like to see the league 5 years from now?
5 years from now, a lot of the players really want to see on ESPN. I would like to see that, but where I think it's more likely headed, if it does get picked up, is more like an MTV thing. I think I could see as we go forward, a lot of the league is going to be more about personal relationships and some drama that's going on. Like you see manager ejections. There's guys that kind of get suspended. I could see like it being a little bit of a twist where we still have the league and broadcast, but maybe MTV does a show like more of the behind the scenes. Some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes is pretty wild. And
that's funny you say that because when you go to your Instagram page, it does feel like you're telling a story throughout
Absolutely,
each post.
It feels like you're telling a story. I love it. It's different, and I love it. It's good. Yeah, so good. For sure.
But,
well, Sam, do you have any more questions?
No, this was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, this was really great. Thank you so much for coming on, Adam. This was great. Would you rather find out that you were living in the Matrix and you were Neo, or would you rather find out that you're actually living in the Star Wars galaxy and you're Luke Skywalker?
Skywalker, way better life.
Way better life.
All that galaxy puss.
I don't know. Look at Neo's got some pretty crazy powers.
I mean, that guy can learn anything.
Luke Skywalker is a Jedi, so that kind of tops it.
Although
who do you think would win in a fight, Luke Skywalker or Neo? And here's the kick. It has to be hand-to-hand combat. No lightsaber. Luke has the Force.
If he can use the Force,
but Neo can do whatever he wants.
Neo has a gun.
Yeah,
Luke then, if Luke can use the Force, Luke can fucking stop anything. Speaking of Star Wars, which I wanted to talk about later, but saw the new Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer. You know what I didn't see? You know what I didn't see? A rat tail.
No rat tail.
Very disappointed in Disney.
How dare you, Disney?
I mean, if you're going to censor, why would you censor the rat tail? Okay,
are you kidding me, Disney? Wow! If you want to come on the show, Disney, and explain yourself, you can.
You can. We are pissed off.
We are pissed.
That
Obi-Wan
does not.
has a rat tail.
If you look at the timeline, the rat tail would have been during that time.
Exactly.
Frame.
That was the
you
look of the time.
Tell me, that's like the Starbucks cup in the Game of Thrones scene to me.
Yeah, this
just
is bull.
Stepping on my
This
nuts.
is just bull.
But here's my would you rather. What's worse for an athlete's career? Ready?
Yeah.
Dating a Kardashian or the Madden cover?
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! They're both fucking terrible.
Both are suicide missions.
I'm gonna say Madden cover because you can recover from an injury. I don't even recover from those girls. I go Madden.
Look at everyone they've dated.
Because at least you had a good enough. Because here's the thing: at least you had a good enough career prior to Madden cover that got you to the level of getting that cover.
And then when you repair your ACL for the
and then maybe you can get a
when you have a Joe Namath size injury next year. A real Alex Smith type injury, you can just blame the Madden cover.
Oh my God, that dude almost lost his fucking leg. Oh, that was crazy shit.
Yeah, that's what you're getting with a Madden cover. But Kardashian, also just as bad.
Life ruined. Total life destruction.
I'll
take the injury. I'll take the injury.
Like, what goes through those guys' minds where it's like, oh, you're an NBA player? Oh, you're Kardashian? Yeah, you want to date? This is good for me.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty funny because
that is a good
Madden cover is although as of recently Madden cover has been good.
Yeah, Madden cover hasn't gotten everybody.
Brady,
that's the thing. You're really rolling
Patrick
the dice,
Mahomes, right? Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Gronk all won Super Bowls on the Madden cover.
That's true. So, I mean, you never know, right? I'll take my chances on the Madden cover.
I would, at this point, I'm taking the Madden cover because the Kardashians, they're like herpes. They're never going away.
I don't want that smoke.
Yeah, I do not want that smoke. Also, you know what's really come to life recently is if you're in your 30s and are in mildly good shape, you can just clean up women-wise because you look at the talent pool out there and everyone has like
if you're a decent person, right?
Yeah, you're gonna clean up, which brings me to my new thing.
It's hard to be in shape in your 30s.
Well, it sucks because you have so many responsibilities in no time.
Well, and the diet is just brutal, right?
You sit on your ass all day, and then you want to go eat, and you can't because it's like you didn't do anything.
Right, exactly.
Everybody's
snack. What do you got for snack?
Their bodies are just blobs, dude. I look at this, and it's just what is like the shape?
I mean, it's tough out there for everyone.
It's like, what is the shape that your body's making right now?
I don't want to make fun of fat.
Which brings me to my next thing. We should start a new phrase, which I'm crazy about. People always say dad bod, mom bod. No one talking about mom bod. I like a nice mom bod. You know, like the athletic look. Got a little age to them. Wears like the athletic gear. Has a little the skin's got some slight wrinkles to her, but
for sure, absolutely.
Mom
Let's go for the snack. What do you have for snack?
We got the Good Crisp Company sour cream and onion potato chips. And if anyone knows me,
like a brand of Pringles,
it's like a healthier Pringles. It looks like
healthy Pringles,
non-GMO, so
nice,
gluten-free. And I love sour cream Pringles. I could eat a whole sleeve, no questions asked, one sitting. Let's see what we got here. It has a English accent here. It says, "G'day, mate." I wanted to make something I felt good about giving my kids, so I created these guilt-free chips. We moved from Australia, sniped it, to share them with you. Enjoy, Matt.
All right, it's an Australian.
An Australian brand made for kids. All right.
How is it?
Exactly like a Pringle.
Okay.
Just
What's
lighter,
the flavor?
light sour cream and onion flavor. I would go a little heavier.
Heavier on the dust.
It would taste just like a sour cream and onion Pringle, although the chip texture, sandpaper.
Okay.
Rough.
Interesting. Rough.
You know how a Pringle, very smooth, and it has a white coating on it?
Right, yeah.
Probably sodium.
Yeah, it's just probably dusted in salt powder.
You're just eating onion salt.
That's exactly grinded out onion salt.
Just finer fragments.
Yeah. What would you give it out of 10?
If he upped the flavor game, I'd put it on par with the Pringle.
Okay, a little bit more flavor. What are you giving it out of 10?
7.
Wow.
7.5.
Sam's got a tough scale. Sam's a tough grader.
Tens.
I'm a little bit more light on the grading. Sam crushes people.
You gotta earn
7.5. Wow, you gotta earn those points.
I have a palate out of this world.
You gotta earn those points.
But yeah, the people who plan around eating, it's such a dad thing. It's like they're the same people that tuck their t-shirts into their jeans.
Yeah, I know that's not comfortable because I've done it. I've tucked my shirt into my jeans and it was uncomfortable as fuck. So I don't know why or how. I mean, I guess I understand tucking your shirt in for like a suit, right?
Yeah.
But for a t-shirt, tucking a t-shirt in, that's just ruthless.
I just want to know when the switch gets flipped and the age thing and they gotta go.
T-shirt tucked into khakis is
I'm
like
thinking,
the most ruthless look around.
Like in my head, I'm thinking, when I'm his age, there's no fucking chance I'm changing how I dress now. Like 20 years, like I'm not gonna go. You know what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm forever gonna be a t-shirt gym short
over
guy.
the jeans, kind of like
Yeah,
the hand
t-shirt
job
gym short
over
guy,
the
right?
pants.
Like, that's gonna be my look forever.
But like,
Call it the Adam Sandler.
like, when does that guy start tucking?
I don't know. That's my life goal is to get to a place where I can dress like Adam Sandler forever, if I want to.
You know what? And he doesn't tuck. He's like
He
60.
he is a big time untucked guy. He untucks at award shows. He'll go to Adam Sandler will go to an award show in a double X oversized tee over double X oversized sweatpants shorts and then wearing Nikes. That is a for real thing. That he did that.
I saw him once play pickup basketball in like a 4X polo and in shorts, like the ultimate gym teacher move.
Yeah. What our life goal is to be Adam Sandler. That's what we're trying to do right now.
Exactly. I want to live comfortably.
We're trying to be the Vermont version of Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, for most people who don't know this,
New Hampshire.
grew up in New Hampshire. Yeah, which is like literally across the street from
It's
us.
the 9 version to the 69 version of the New Hampshire, Vermont
Exactly.
layout.
And so, yeah, our life goal growing up and still to this current day is to try to be Adam Sandler.
His family still lives in Manchester.
Of course they do, because that's what people. Of course they live there. Our dad still lives in Vermont.
All right, it's just these people don't leave ever.
I don't think I would leave if I didn't have to go try to achieve something.
Just homebodies for life.
Look, I don't blame anybody from those places for not leaving those places. If I could, I would have never left Vermont. But I had to leave to go fucking get what I wanted to get. And then when I go get it, I can move back to Vermont and fucking chill. But until that point, you got to leave. But I understand living there. It's peaceful as fuck.
It's peaceful, but I got stuck behind a school bus on this fucking road. And
yeah, you're going to be waiting for a while.
It was a death sentence.
Let me tell you something. When you get stuck behind a school bus on a dirt road, you are going to be there for a while. You better call your job.
5 seconds, there's a stop, and you can't pass them.
You ain't passing on the dirt. Not a chance. You can't pass.
You just sit there, and the worst part is these kids.
You're just going to sit there and scream obscenities at your front windshield.
Oh, and it's like the tiniest kids, right? You can't get mad at these kids. They don't.
No, it's not the kids. It's just the timing.
But my God, how long does it take you to walk to the fucking back of the bus to sit down? Because I'm sitting there for like 40 minutes watching this bus just sit here.
It is miserable. You just turn around and go a different way. Yeah. Just turn around and go the opposite way.
Like city bus, I blow right by that shit all the time. I don't give a fuck. No,
we're talking dirt road bus school pickup.
Stop sign whips out.
That is a slow process.
It's got its own stop sign that whips out.
Nobody is in a rush. Let me tell you something. Nobody is in a rush.
No one's in a rush in that state. No one's in a rush in that bus.
No, I like it that way. I love it. I'm gonna
tell you what. You do not want to wake up 5 minutes before work because you are fucked.
All right. So anyway, that's the type of place where Adam Sandler's from. So when he wears that shit, he really probably wore that shit in high school in New Hampshire. I could see him doing that.
Oh, I bet. I would love to see his prom pictures. We got leading off with the Bob's Burger movie. Will you be attending that?
Yeah, that's gonna be a great movie.
You like Bob's Burgers?
Yeah, I love Bob's Burgers and the guys who create it. Yeah, no, it's good.
All right.
The movie will be great too.
Here is the best there is. Who the hell are they gonna get to teach us?
Number 2, we got Top Gun Maverick.
Oh my God! Everybody go see it a million times.
You got to watch it in IMAX too.
I'm going to. I will be attending an IMAX. I'll be high as shit, and I want that to fucking blow my eardrums out.
You should take like.
I want blood coming out of my ears.
You should eat like 200 milligrams in an edible.
Absolutely. As much as I get my hands on. It's hard down here in Georgia.
Imagine going there getting fucking baked in an IMAX. Because I watched the preview.
That's what I'm gonna do
on my phone, and I was like, with headphones in, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah, I will be absolutely melted into the chair. Yeah.
All right,
just
those
melted.
are our 2 big movies for the month of May. Now for TV, we got Obi-Wan Kenobi. Will you be watching?
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I would have been watching it, but there's no fucking rat tail, so bam.
Business
How about that?
lost.
How about that? Guess what? Now this is happening.
Until Disney
starting a strike. Don't watch Obi-Wan because there's no rat tail. Fucking horse shit.
Until Disney
I'm definitely going to be watching.
Personal apologies.
I bet it's going to be sick.
I'm so excited for this Obi-Wan Kenobi
show. It's going to be awesome.
Everyone that they've put out, sick. I like them better than the movies.
All. Yeah, no, I love them all. Some people were disappointed in the Boba Fett, but I liked it.
I like the Boba Fett one. I thought that one was awesome.
I like them all. I eat it up. I love all the creativity.
Each one gets better. Each one.
Well, here's the thing. Most people don't know about us is that, we're like sports guys, but like we are super, super into creative stuff. Like we love Lord of the Rings.
Super nerdy. Secret nerdy side that people don't know.
Yeah. So like, I can't wait but I say make them all, put them all out. I want to see it all of them.
I watch them all.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Game of Thrones later.
Well, when you're super creative, it doesn't matter. Let's just make it all. Let's see how cool we can make it.
And finally, for the month of May, Stranger Things Season 4.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big. I'm curious to see what they do with this season because each season has kind of like a different vibe to it.
Yeah, how they can't be in the 80s for this much longer, right?
I mean, I'm not sure like year wise their timeline. But
That makes sense. But I always get it. I like the
I guess we'll have to
whole,
wait to see episode 1 to see like what they say their age
I'm
is.
gonna have to rewatch the end of season 3 because I kind of forget what happened.
I have to watch all of season 3. I haven't even seen any of season 3 yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No,
You know that main male character, the tall, skinny kid. He's from Mass.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What the fuck?